Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week we have some ongoing improvements, and there's also something else that is kind of a heads up because there's a big change coming as far as the Yak track is concerned, which depends on how you feel about it, is either a good or bad change. So there is obviously a lot more going on with Necromancy, with the upgrading and making sure things are pretty well rounded up. There is a little bit of a visual guide for Krabby RS to help you with the potential path to 120. And also, there is a video here from Willow Creative, who made some pretty awesome looking RuneScape items here for real life too. And they actually have lights and stuff on them, and they look really awesome. So do check out their video because that stuff looks pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. But some top tips from Necromancy community have been making things a little bit more transparent, such as like the multiply glyph, how that actually works. The Tome of area task reward has now been automatically sends ashes to your bank when picked up, among other great benefits. This massively helps out with acquiring components for inks. So that's actually kind of nice as well. But don't forget to take your new arrivals in, talk to the new arrivals, because you get some pretty cool stuff like extra souls and stuff when you talk to them. There is some more watch and learn videos as well. There is were, and they have a 1-99/120 Necromancy guide, which is a narrative progression, so do check that out. And then we have one from Makeru RS. This is a huge Necromancy XP with rituals at 90+, so they have a little bit of a tip to get more XP on the ritual side at higher levels. Then you have a total relatable Raziel guide for dummies, and this is by Ash Slay, so do check that out. And then we have something here from Protox. Necromancy makes Zuck easy, and that is not an overestimate there too, because Necromancy is pretty powerful, and I'm not even that high in it yet. And then we have that old black magic real-time quest guide, and this is by Frack Sue, so do check out his video. That is out there. Sorry, I don't know what to say to that. There's another video here by Meep272, is making PVM supplies one of the best skilling profits currently. So they're testing out different craftables and whatnot. But don't forget there is a new RuneScape merch update, so there's some plushes going on, so do check those out. And then there was a September reveal, so if you head over to twitch.tv/RuneScape, you can actually see some of the reveals for September's update and beyond. But remember, there is a major to be announced in the Necromancy update as well, and some things are subject to change. But there's also a Treasure Hunter calendar. So we have the Assassin's Return, which is going to be going from August 31st until September 6th. And as you can see, there is a little bit of new emotes here. So do check that out, as well as obviously the outfit. Now there is a patch notes here, which is a Necromancy General. Typo in the remains of the Necrolord quest has been fixed. The soul earned for the Necromancy tank equipment upgrade task will no longer fill when you use a Death Touch start on the Reaper assignment, or when the active Reaper assignment has been killed in practice mode. A death mark applied by Necromancy Spirit no longer breaks encounters. Players will now correctly face the last altar used within the City of runecrafting area when leaving and re-entering. The Deflect Necromancy Curse will now display the buff bar as intended. Dodging an attack should now trigger Auto Retaliate. A typo in the Necromancy quest has been fixed. A typo in the Ghost of the Machine achievement description has been fixed. Crafting Necroplasm now opens the Ritual Candles tab if you have the candle materials. Combat level is now calculated properly in the Wilderness at level 152 as level 140 plus 12. The Potter's Wheel in the City of can now be used. When the player is tasked to kill Tiztak Jad for the Tier 90 Necromancy tank armor upgrade, the game will now reinforce that only the versions in the fight caves will count for this task. The buy limit of the congealed blood is now 5,000 for every 4 hours. The Ritual of the minigame tab now shows the output is affected by any multipliers such as the multiplied glyphs and the Tome of Updated the examine for the robust memento. Threads of Fate cooldown has been reduced to 45 seconds. The Threads of Fate duration has been increased to 6.6 seconds. Dying on the ritual site will now spawn your gravestone at the entrance of the site. The following titles have been both masculine and feminine variants: Lord and Lady of Chaos, Necro Lord Lady, the Lich King Queen. Antique Duelist Cap can no longer be used to transform on the ritual site. The Abyssal Link Relic description now specifically mentions that it will only work with the Magic Spellbook. Added the teleport option to the City of through the door in Death's office. Added a line in the player dialogue after each band member tells the player where to obtain their instrument. The My Skeleton Can Beat Up Your Skeleton achievement from the Easy City of area task set, and the My Undead Can Beat Up Your Undead achievement from the Medium City of area task set are both no longer location specific. Added improvements to the task set user interface. Recommend tasks can now be pinned to the activity tracker, and the button has been added to view reward details. General made the changes to Hardcore Iron Man and how death works. So Hardcore Iron players will no longer drop all their items in death. Instead, follow the exact same rules as normal death. So Hardcore Irons will now be sent to Death's office along with all their items, which can now be reclaimed for the standard fee. Lives will still be lost. Items will no longer drop to the floor on death. In certain situations, players were sometimes incorrectly teleporting outside Masuta's boss arena. This should no longer happen. Some of the Falador area task requirements have been readjusted. Items obtained from the reward caskets via rerolling are now broadcasting to the player's log. Fix the rendering order of the Shadow Energy and Raksha fight so that it will always be visible. Archglacier hitboxes have been slightly increased. Fix an issue where cursed magic logs can be taken out of the spirit realm by storing them inside the wood box. Fix an issue that prevented a cunning plank achievement for completing. Achievements in the cunning instruction path will now display as a pop-up when completed. Logging out of the second dream during the Dead and Buried quest no longer resets your progress in the dream. The chat window should now be hidden during cutscenes when playing on mobile. Players can now access the beautifully horrifying Dragon Tomb after completing the Dead and Buried. The raptors should now be able to appear less shiny. Fix a typo in Gemfall Treasure Hunter promotion and the oddments displayed in the confirmation window when re-rolling. The bank standard now accumulates charges from the bank locations of Fort 4 and 3. Players should no longer get stuck in the dense jungle which separates the Karazi jungle from the rest of the Kermsha. Fix an issue where the combat section of What's New interface didn't open when the correct website. The History of the Kinshra books has been removed from the Black Knight Fortress. Boulder Pet and Running Scared Walkover Ride tokens can now be purchased in the Grand Exchange by Iron Man accounts. Missing graphical options tooltips have been added. Having a follower pet present will no longer prevent the placement of training dummies, provided a dummy will not occupy the same tile. The Fish Info interface for the player in-house Bathysphere has been updated to more accurately reflect the Aquarium Prestige progress. They fixed an animation with the Acheron Mammoth charge attack. Players can no longer activate specific premium hairstyles without buying them from the Solomon store first. Added a chat message for conversion of the enhancers to augments in the Parcels from the Dead event. Fixed an issue with the Elite Edemus not playing their death animation. Fixed an issue where the 2% sales tariff was usually applied when selling a bond on the Grand Exchange. Fixed a bug that didn't disable Slusky's health bar after the fight during Slusky's endgame. Protean Enhancer and Prolonger buffs icons match the items used to give them. Players are now able to join other via friends chat list. Added a safety check to NPC versus NPC attack tests to prevent familiars from attacking unattackable NPCs. Ozan and Leela are now capable of damaging their opponents during Stolen Hearts Mercenary Battle south of Draenor Village. And then for the community showcase, up first we have from Spriggan Sir, a Spriggan of Moea. And then from NY Channel RS, this is a fantastic look of the same stylish outfits, but with a little bit of a twist. And then Ninth Cloud Art, displaying some pretty awesome skilling pets and just an awesome scenery here. But wait, there's more. We got some more rune tubes. So amazing niche unlocks you should not overlook in RS3. This is coming from Nuz. And the RS guy is bringing us Ultimate RuneScape 3 Interface and Setting Guide 2023. Then we have some Scaper screenshots. Kleptomama is Death Day Cake, showing off a little bit of a bakery inside the city. And Lauren and the Bedsheet Gang have been, well, doing a parade. Then we have the Pink Skirt event, which is up first. We have the date and time of, hosted by Miss Misty. Thursday, August 31st at 2000 Game Time, World 60, Edgeville Bank, FC's Miss Misty. Next, Angel of Death, hosted by Pippi Spot and the Boss Guild, Friday, September 1st at 2000 Game Time, World 88, God of War's Dungeon, Ancient Prison, FC is the Boss Guild. Next, Angel of Death, hosted by Spotlight Wolf and Nexi Adamus, Friday, September 1st at 2300 Game Time, World 92, location is God of War's Dungeon, Ancient Prison, FC is Next Aodamus. And there is a community spotlight here of the support scape. So this is mindfulness, things you can see, things you can hear, things you can touch, and things you can smell, and then you got things you can taste. But it is a mindfulness training about different things like that. September 1st, the 2000 BST, Skill and Scribble will be joining their friends at A-Help for some portables at Fort 403 in World 76 and playing some RuneScape theme Pictionary as well. A link to the game will be provided at the start of the event. And September 2nd at 1900 BST movie night. So come hang out in the voice chat and talk movies and all sorts of fun things. Now, we were also talking about the changes that are coming via Yak Track. So, shockingly, it actually doesn't say it in the current news, but if you head over to the next section, there's called a Hero's Pass, a better, more rewarding RuneScape. So, why Hero Pass? And this is going to be diving into what Hero Pass is all about and give us our first look at what to expect, which launches on September 4th. So, why a Hero Pass instead of the Yak Track? So this is to deepen the RuneScape experience with a new reward system that fits into natural play. Ensure rewards are earnable of the majority of players and invest more in designing unique rewards that are worth the player's time. Encouraging players to engage and catch up with recently released content. So, designing some of the things that are going on is designing missions for consistency so that they don't become increasingly grindy as you progress. Which sometimes Yak Track did do pretty badly. Yak Track experience into the core at later levels and in turn encourage skips. Making sure missions feel integrated into your day-to-day experience, encourage you to focus on the latest content releases and don't create a significant distraction from commitment from the other goals you have for the game. Ensuring the Hero's Pass has an ample runtime to complete through gameplay. It is more rewarding for non-completionists and is always on to reduce time pressure. So, for example, you have daily missions. And as you can see here, when you are daily earn hero points too. So at the second level of this, you have 14 hours and 30 minutes, but you have 100% mission progress while training fire making. So as you can see here, the progress is 2 out of 50, so after so much, you get more hero points. So each daily mission also rewards a lamp, which is a small, medium, or large based on the tier. So to use towards your skill of your choice. So as you can see, that's pretty simple. There's also weekly missions, which will have longer to be able to do, but you'll get more reward out of it. So, and then you also have special missions, which, as you can see here, complete Raptor Slayer assignments. So it shows 0 out of 20, and you will get hero points. But if you complete some Necromancy rituals, and there's 98 days and 14 hours on that one listed, there is 0 out of 100. But not only do you get the hero points, but you get a whole bunch of other stuff plus. So this is also to keep missions fun. They're mixing, will make it a little easier like that. And you get to actually, do these missions. The reward system is going to be a bit better. The core levels are 1 to 99, so this is going to be, each one is going to be something that you can do passively while playing game. And it's not going to be like a huge grind. They even said in level 92 is not the halfway mark. Every single level for the core levels is exactly the same. So it doesn't get harder and harder as it goes. It stays consistent. But then you have the heroic levels of 100 to 120. So these are the advanced hero pass experience for each level requiring 3,000 points, and the previous ones required 1,000. So that's where it changes a little bit. There's also going to be a hero pass store. So if you missed out on stuff before or down the road, you can always go back and actually get stuff that way. Here's a look at some of the first stuff into the Heroes Pass store. It's an interesting outfit. I'm not entirely sure what is going on there. But this is also integrated into play. So there is going to be buffs. There are 2 types of buffs in the buffs in Hero Pass. XP buffs and content buffs. So if you're actually able to read into these. Now this is just the combat ones. So some of the ones that are in here are Trailblazer, decrease the amount of steps for all clue scrolls by 1. For Artisan, 20% chance to save 1 resource when making refined plank frames and stone wool segments. Headhunter allows you to select your next Slayer task with at any Slayer Master. Chaos Ward, reduce incoming damage in the Zamorakian Elite Dungeon by 20% for a full run. And the one they have active is Lumberjack's Ingenuity, double the chance of all woodcutting tool invention perks activating for 10 minutes. And they have this buff active for 1,276 minutes and 15 seconds. Now that could be an example time, but that's the kind of stuff we should be looking to experience here. A good example anyway. But there's combat XP buffs, there's support XP buffs, gathering, and artisan buffs. There is here past satchels, or another reward you'll earn that are packed with gameplay goodies. They have stuff like the Gifts of the Reapers, Sealed Clue Scrolls, Slayer VIP tokens, port resources, Starved Ancient Effigies, Dungeoneering tokens, Gobi Burial Charms, and more. There is a free and premier reward, so Heroes Pass will contain free rewards and premier rewards that can be unlocked as you level up. All players get free access to over 50 cosmetics to unlock. A massive increase from the prior Yak Track offerings. That is massive. But yeah, there is Hero Pass crates. So yes, this includes free to play, though Hero Pass crates may contain rewards only available to active members. Premier Hero Pass is free with Premier membership, and Hero Pass is designed to add even more value up to your 12-month membership. So they're introducing a higher value permanent feature of the game for the long-term subscribers, especially now 12-month subscriptions have Premier buffs. So if you're not a Premier member, you can upgrade to a Premier Hero Pass for 3 bonds. Membership prices will remain exactly the same. As a final note, for Iron players, they get you covered. If you're playing an Iron Man, any non-Iron Man applicable rewards will be replaced with the Ottomans instead. There is a Yak reward conversion, so when you play Heroes Pass Underworld from September 4th, you can expect the following. Players who earn the Yak progress boost in 4 and 3 Track will be awarded 10 levels in Heroes Pass. Pretty nice. Any bought or earned Yak skips will be rewarded into the Hero Pass levels automatically, so applied as a ratio of 1 skip to 1 level. Challenge skip tokens will be automatically converted into hero points and used to progress the Hero Pass levels at a ratio of 1 token is 125 hero points. So the future of daily challenges. Daily challenges have been a common topic among the community, with the opinions split on the positives, extra XP, and the additional keys, versus the negatives, pressure to daily escape and min-max, significantly XP gains earnable in minutes with a little trade-off. So, simply put, the daily challenges were adding pressure to log in and play throughout the combination of significantly XP hits and free treasure hunter keys, which in turn could provide more XP, increasing pressure further. So this is a system to consider revamping for some time. With Hero Pass, they can now sunset daily challenges as they currently exist and replace the value to a healthier, less pressurized version. So this is going to be really taking things forward. And as you can see here, there's new skill icons. There's a Ragnar Pet skilling tool, overrides, exiled guardian weapons, Crypt Lord weapons, Crypt Lord outfit, Radiant Warden outfit, and conjure ability overrides. So there is all sorts of things that are going to be coming through this. So do keep all that in mind, but that'll do it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.